Hey crafty peeps, it's Angela Holt with angelahdesigns. Today I'm going to show you how to make a beautiful mixed media card. It's going to be very vintage and shabby chic. And every Monday I'm hoping to upload a card tutorial for you. But let me tell you something. I had pulled out my Big Shot and I pulled out my Craftwell, what's it called? Boss, you know, the electronic, 8-inch wide die cutting machine. Okay, this is using the cutting boss. It didn't cut through all the way. This is using the cutting boss. Hang on, let me do this. And then I went to my Big Shot, and I managed to get a pretty decent one. And then I did it again and got another one. Now the dolly dies that I've used, these were from Prima's dies, and the one I went to is the tried and true one, is dolly dies by Cherry Lynn Designs. This is DL101 is the one I'm using today in the card. They have several different sizes, like this one is DL108. If you want to make your own paper dolly flowers and you got scrap paper and stuff, this is a great way to use up your scrap papers. Now, I have my dolly die, and I also punched out 6 of these beautiful skeletal leaves. I call them like skeleton leaves because, you know, they're very just skeleton looking, you know what I mean. And these are the metal dies. You get 6 different petals or leaves, and this is from Prima. It's item number 572839 from Prima, and this is their delightfully thin dies, and this one is called, does it have a name? Well, it does not have a name, y'all. It just has a number. Well, it is item number again, 572839, and you get 6 different leaves, and this is the leaf I'm going to be using today with that. Now, I cut the leaves out with the same, in the same paper as the dolly. I did that on purpose, and I got that from, I just opened this paper pad. Let me tell you, this is how long it's been since I've worked with paper. This is Prima's 16 patterns, 3 sheets per design ledger pad, and what it is really beautiful. It's just different colors of old script. That's basically what this is, and that's what I cut my dollies out of. So a really good 12x12 pad, and this is item number 844424. That is 844424, provided they still have it, because I don't remember how long I've had this. The next paper pad, I got this from Hobby Lobby, I think it was. Anyway, I loved it because of the shabby chicness of the papers. Very cute. Love the polka dots. And the patterns is very retro-y, shabby chic maybe. You could really do a lot of cute designs with that. See, I've already used some of the rose there. And it's just a really pretty paper pad. This one is Signature Homespun. It's by Colorbach, and it's double-sided, 50 papers. And this one is called Signature, I'm assuming. Yeah, Signature. Paper Signature Homespun is what it's called. Signature Homespun by Colorbach. Now, also, I pulled out just some basic basil blue cardstock because I'll tell you what we will be using. Look at this. I printed this out for myself. This is not the way it's going to come, but I wanted to show you something. You're going to get this exclusive for free over on my blog, and I'll put a link in the description box down below. This right here, this is the photo that I created and that we're going to be using for this card. Now, up in my Etsy right now, I have full sheet of 59 1-inch circles, all in the Marie collection. I also have them all in a vintage women ladies collection. Also, I have 24 per sheet of the Marie Antoinette dominoes. You get 2 of each design. And also, I have that dominoes in the vintage ladies. So what I was going to show you was, I'm going to cut this one out and just show you how well measured everything is. Now the circles can be used for several things. Basically they can be used for bottle caps, but also they can be used in bezels. And so I'm going to demonstrate to you. Okay, here is the domino, and as you see, you lay it on there. I gave you enough to where you would have enough to snip away if you needed to. So I'm just going to show you here rather quickly. Just hold that. There we go. Perfect for your domino. As you can see there. So, all right. And then this is one of the vintage, or some similar to a vintage lady. I have a whole sheet of those. So you get 24 different Marie Antoinettes and 24 different vintage women's. You'll see them in my Etsy. Now the circles, I cut one out, and as you can see, they fit the bottle caps perfect. There you go. And then if you have a bezel like this, it fits a bezel. So these are 1-inch round, and you can make beautiful jewelry, you can make bottle caps or whatever, and they're all in the Marie Antoinette collection and the vintage ladies collection. So, all right, they're like $5 a set. So, I mean, that's super cheap because you're getting like 59 circles. That's enough circles to make a bracelet, a necklace, an ankle bracelet, earrings. You name it, it can make it. But again, the links will be in the description box down below. Alright, again, this photo will be over on the download, will be over on my blog. Again, link in the description box down below. And this is going to be 2 3/4 by 4. Okay, so now the thing is, let me make sure I got my thing here. Let me take a drink of water. I have been so thirsty. Okay, now that I drunk the ocean, I'm going to start off with a blue piece of cardstock. And this is going to be my card base. Now, I'm probably breaking every card rule there is, but this is what I do. I'm just going to fold it in half. It's hot up in here. Hang on. There we go. Get the fan rolling. With all these lights I have to have, it gets hot up in here. Okay, so this is going to be, the blue is going to be my base color. Okay, and I'm going to make this card let's see. I'm going to do it at 6.5. It's going to be a large card. I'm going to do it about 6.5 by 4.5. Maybe. Yeah. That's what I want. And then this one right here would make for a beautiful stand-up card if you trim off. Okay. I gotta check something there for a minute. Wish my glue gun was on. Okay. See, now you have a beautiful card like this, and then you have one that looks like this. So, and then of course you can trim that down, but this could be used later for another card. Okay, so the next thing we're going to do, or I'm going to do, is figure out, I want at least 2 different pattern papers, at least. And with this image, I really want to bring out the pink, so I'm going to use this piece. You can see that is just simply stunning with that. All of my Digis are 300 DPI, which means they are great at enlarging them and smalling them down. As you can see, I did in the little bitty 1-inch circles all the way to a 5/7. That's why I love my Digis, because I just love it. I think I'm going to use some of this vintage ruler. And I want to pick one more. I want to pick like a bold pattern. Ooh. No, wait a minute. I like this one better. Okay, well, I'm going to pull that one out too. Just pull that out. And if you don't use it, you just shove them back in there. Let's see. Let's go back through here again. Sorry, I'll tell you what, I'm going to use this one. This will be my backdrop for everything. Okay. Now, I'm telling you, I'm doing this at scratch. And some people are like cringe when I don't measure perfectly. And I'm sorry if you feel that way, but I don't ever measure perfect. I mean, I don't go through the process of measuring every single thing, you know. So, my first piece is going to be the light colored piece here. And you got chevrons, so I hate when they do that. It's just totally pointless. That little strip. Ugh. Aggravation. Okay. So now we're going to do, if I'd done that at 6.5, I'm going to do, let's see what 6 inches does. And we done it at 4. Let me see. I want to try something. Hang on. Oh, come on. Really? Yeah. Yeah, I'm going to do it at 4. There we go. Then this one goes on here. Like that. I like showing the blue off. Then we're going to go take the pink. And we're going to go a little bit smaller. So I'm just going to go a hair smaller. Nothing drastic. let's see. I'm going to cut that down just a little bit. Yeah, I'm going to have to cut it down just a little bit more. See, I don't ever measure, and I bet you I've got card makers watching this cringing. Oh, my Lord. I just don't, you know. I hate measuring. I really do, because I have messed up so many projects measuring and stuff, and it's just been crazy. So, there we go. Alright. Now, the next thing we're going to do is we're going to mount this on the blue cardstock, which, too bad, so sad, I can't use this as a card, and I'm not messing up another piece of cardstock. So, what I'm going to do is I'm going to run this through a sticker maker. Let me find my Xyron sticker maker. I use there we go. You're just going to feed it through there. This one broke on me, but it still works, because you have to compromise. Love, love, love. Okay, you can take your bone folder and just make sure you get all that adhesion or the glue on the back. I was a design team member for them for 2 rounds. I really loved working with Xyron. Amazing company. And I love their stuff. I always use their stuff. Been using Xyron products way before I was on here. Now, this is eyeballing. I know a lot of y'all are like, ah, she's eyeballing it. She's not measuring. Because I don't measure. Now, this again is eyeballing. There we go. When you have cut as much paper as I have, there we go. Nice. Alright, now we've got those pieces together. Now, also, I want to take advantage of, I want to cut out a few pieces of this. I want to cut out this large pink one. So what I'm going to do, because I might use a touch of that blue, go ahead. See, I have this one for letter use. And then I'm going to cut out this one. I likey. And let's see what these have. Ooh, I like this blue one here. Again, dealing with, see, some paper packs, I don't know what the point is. They don't come off. Okay, so I'm going to use, ooh, I like the blue. I like the blue. Don't mess up on me now. Don't mess up on me now. Why is it crooked? Must be the way they printed it. Okay. Then we'll cut this blue one out. Alright. There we go. I still got some of that red on there, but I can trim that off. Okay, so this one we'll cut out so far. Now all the cutting is done. Now it's just time to assemble Make sure I got my pop dots, because I love pop dots. Yes, it's going to be 3-dimensional. And, I have my favorite. Let me get a brown ink. Hang on. I thought I had it up here, but I don't. Oh. Yes. Here we go. No, I don't want that one. No, I want to. Where is my brown? Okay, got my ink. Need to open it. These are Ema. Oh Lord, my brain. Okay, Prima's chalk edgers. Resist chalk edgers. I love these little damn things. I have every color, and I just love them. Love this. Okay, so now what we're going to do is lightly ink the edges. There we go. And you're going to do the same for each piece. I remember when I first got into scrapbooking, there was no paper that was ever not inked. If it wasn't inked, it felt like it was naked. I mean, hardcore inkers. Like, don't you leave a paper without being inked. And that's how you accrue so many ink colors. But there's only one that was my absolute favorite, and they do not make it anymore, so I don't use it that much anymore. I do have a re-inker for it, but I am going to protest Ranger to bring back oh shit, what was it called? Burnt Sienna or Van Dyke Brown. Van Dyke Brown. Yes. Such a wonderful, 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 wonderful color. And it was the perfect brown for everything. Perfect brown. Oh, and I am going to touch the edges of the card here. And I always take my ink pad to the card, and I like this grip that you have. You have more control instead of using the bigger ones. You do have a lot of control with the smaller ones, as you can see there. Alrighty then. Now, we got everything inked, and where's my little... Oh, good Lord. What has happened to this? Oh, here's my other one. My mega runner. Okay, so the first thing I'm going to put down is this. So I'm using my mega runner here, and I always go all the way to the edge. Because I want my edges down. Down, 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 down. I know this is, I should have had all of this cut out and done, but for my newbies and everything, I'm not going to skip through a step that they may miss. So if you don't like long card tutorials, you can just skip through. But I'm teaching. Okay, so the next thing I'm going to lay down is the pink. That's the next color. And then we're going to have some fun. There we go. The next one is pink. And before I lay this completely down, I am going to take a part of that lovely dolly I cut out. Oh, here we go. And I'm going to cut this in half or in a part or whatever. And let's see. Then I'm going to ink the edges. Because Mr. Dolly does not have to be perfect. Because I work punching those little things out, even using this little tool. Oh my God. I have no patience sometimes when it comes to intricacies like that. Although, I gotta have all my details. So, I'm gonna lay this one down just like that. Have it peekabooing over the edge there. And then, before I firmly press this all the way down, which I love, this is repositionable. Actually, I'm going to bring this in a little bit. Let's see how this looks. Yeah, I like that. Okay, on the other half, I am going to ink the edges. And this one again is the knotted wood ink. Now you might have to cut some of it off, which is fine with me. And I'm going to bring this one in just a little bit more. This one, I like the peekaboo coming over because it is a scallop. But on the bottom one here, I'm cutting it off. There we go. So now, you're going to just rerun your glue. No biggie there. I'm going to get back into paper crafts. I love my mixed media, don't get me wrong. I never can stop that, but I miss paper crafts so much. Make sure you have your card right. Okay. So now we're going to, oh, wait a minute. This goes up that way. Now we're going to lay that down. Just like so. They're pretty so far. Okay, so now what I want to do, let me move this. That scares me. I have a tall glass of water with my paintbrushes in it, and I'm just scared it's just going to go everywhere. So, where are, I have some chipboard pieces. cutting out. So which bronze, charms, metal, resin. Oops. Okay, so let's play a little bit. Alright. Now what I want to do is kind of build, you know, kind of build layers. So I'm going to go back to my paper pad here that I love. And I'm going to look for a piece with roses. And in fact, this piece would be perfect. Perfect, perfect, perfect. Okay, so now what I want to do is, what do I want to do? Brains are rolling, brains are rolling, brains are rolling. I'm going to make this look like a tag. Okay, so going to the cutting board, and I'm going to make like a 2.5 inch wide tag. So I'm going to show you a trick. This is the way I do it. You're going to take, if you don't have a tag or something and you want them perfect corners, what I do is I take this, I fold them down like that, then I snip straight across, and then I have my fold line. There we go. I need to snip that just a little bit better. There we go. See? Simple, easy peasy. Okay, so now what I'm going to do is kind of create a, I'll cut this a little bit down, a little bit more. Yeah. Just fussing with it. Oh, okay, cool. There we go. So, and then I'm going to cut this down right here. So, like I said, I'm building layers, and this is the fun part in card making now, is that you can build all sorts of layers you want. There we go. Now I'm going to ink the edges. This is just an added layer. Nothing. Okay, so you're going to lay it down like that. If you want, you can have it overlapping either way, which I'm going to have it overlapping just like that. So I'm going to plaster this down like that. There we go. Now the next thing I'm going to add is, I'm going to go back to the cardstock here, and I'm going to add a torn piece. trying to give it that shabby. Oh, now this is old school, I guess. The paper I've torn in crops and stuff, doing little vintage things. Okay, I want to add that piece kind of like right in there. Let's see. Now, we're going to go back to this. Now I'm going to start pop dotting. So this piece here, this blue piece is going to be pop dotted. Now I'm going to start building. Oop, where'd my thing go? No, no, no. Don't go away. No. My screen cut off. I was like, Rrr! Okay, so I'm going to pop dot this little piece here. And these are just foam pieces. Now you're going to start building your dimension. I'm going to put a little piece there, depending on how I want the, yeah, I'm just going to put a little piece. Just a little piece. I'm telling you, making cards, you have to cut out all your pieces, ink them, put them, you know, I love making cards, but it just takes a lot. So this is going to be my first three-dimensional piece right there. Just give it a firm press. Then here, and I'm just going to tear the edge like that. Yep, and then it's getting inked. Just like this. Oops. Almost forgot a spot. Okay, so this is going to slip underneath there, kind of like that. I want it like that. So what I'm going to do, well, shoot, just run your there we go. Slip it under there like that. There we go. Okay, so now what we're going to do is we're going to pop dot our card. But first, I want to add this. I want to add a touch of this. And trim off that red. Just like that. Again, you're going to ink the edges. I'm also going to pop dot this one. So I'm only going to pop dot it in 3 areas, or 4, just whatever. And these are just smaller ones. And one more. There we go. So invest in pop dots because they're really cheap. You can get them in dollar bins. Use your coupon to get them, but they add such beauty to your cards or any kind of paper crafting. So I'm going to bring it down right in there like that. Any kind of paper crafting you want to do. So now what we can do is we can take this picture, run it back through my, what do I do with it? Never mind. I don't know where I placed it and I'm not looking for it. Okay. Then we're going back to the chevron paper we used before. And this time I'm going to do a larger thing because I'm going to tear it away like this. There we go. Always tear coming towards you because it's a lot easier. What, Michaela?
Just straighten my hair pretty much.
Okay. Well, I'm recording. Okay. So now, yes, you're going to ink the edges. Just like those. Just touch them. You don't want nothing too drastic. Okay. Okay, good night.
Night. Bye.
Over here. Okay, here you're just going to use pop dots. There we go. Pop dot. A little bit more. I love pop dots. Okay, I'm going to tear that away. And then you're going to add this right in the center of the card. Give it a firm press. There you go. And then now what you can do is take some of the other things you trimmed out. Like, if you want, you can go do this. Like I said, I wanted to use this end, so I'm going to go right there. Go right there. I'm going to ink the edges. And then I'll get some flowers out. Because I've got to use the leaves. I got to use the leaves. Let's see. We don't need all of that. See? Put a little touch there, little touch, little touch, little touch. Oh, come on. There we go. Put just a little touch there. And you can do the same with this. You don't need much. I'm just going to leave both of them. Because what's it matter? Then you're going to ink that as well. Okay, and you can put that one down here, like so. Okay, so there we go. Nice so far, look, just like little shabbiness and everything. So now I am going to put the leaves on. I'm going to put 3 up here. Where did my other leaves go? Where did the other ones go? Oh, right here. Then I'm going to put 3 around the bottom here. So the first thing I'm going to do is kind of ink them a little bit. I don't want to really, you know, be really heavy with it. Okay. So the first one here, I'm going to lay hot glue. Right down here, like that. And then I'm going to do the other one. Just hot glue it down like that. Alright. That's my first one. Now the next thing I'm going to do is use a white flower, a rose, like that. And I'm going to plop it down like so. And then I'm going to grab I have some itty bitty flowers. Okay, right here we go. Here's some small roses. I'll grab a couple of these, like maybe 3. And I'm going to put them around here, kind of like that. And let's see what I have in my jar of goodies. Where is... I'll be right back. Let me get some more flowers. Okay, I'm back. Alright. I got me some beautiful rosebuds here. I got a real pretty pink ones. These are from Wild Orchid Crafts, and this is the 40 mix pink tone hip rosebuds. Item number GST-014. So, if you're wondering. Okay, so now I'm just going to use a few of these rosebuds here. Okay, and I'm going to create like a little thingamajigger here. Where's my snippers? Okay, and then kind of bend those a little bit, and I'm going to stick them kind of, yeah, there we go, have them curve and set right beside there. And then I also pulled out some larger, more I think these are larger, I'm not sure, so I pull it out. Okay. Oh yeah, these are larger. Yeah, I'm going to pull out one of those. See, all these roses are from Wild Orchid Crafts. And these are the pale pink open roses, 25 millimeter, MKX-005-25mm. Okay. So now I'm going to shove that one right into there. And then I'm going to take one of these leaves, I'm going to kind of bend it, kind of, yeah, you know, cuff it like that. And then we'll ink the edges. My kitten's in here. Romeo. Okay. So now I'm going to cuff that. Actually, I'm going to trim it off some. So I can really cuff it in there. And I'm going to cuff that in there like that. I need a glue stick. And what I'm going to do to add some yeah, there we go. To add some shabby chicness to this is I'm going to take one of these teardrop pearls that I have. And I'm going to slip it right into there like that. And I might do it. Let's see. I'm going to go ahead and do it for this one. Kind of cuff that a little bit. There we go. Should have cuffed them before, but you'll learn. You'll learn. I hate glue webs. Then I'm going to do one right underneath there. There we go. Not pretty. Alright, we had a few more. I'm going to cuff these first. I'm going to cuff these a little bit stronger than I did the other ones. Like that. You're just going to cuff these. I can't believe this is taken. It's almost, I've almost been doing this for an hour. I know I'll probably edit some of this, but an hour. See, when you have a card idea, you have to, and this is on a whim. Trust me, it's on a whim. Okay, so now what I'm going to do is glue these right there. I'm just going to put a dollop of glue. And then we'll put this one like right there. There we go. So simply add just another, what are you doing, Romeo? Just add another rose, and then I want to add a pink one right in there, like that. Then we'll add a pearl right in there. There we go. Add a pearl right in there. There we go. I'm going to add a few of these. Another sprig of them. Kind of curve that around there. Stick that. And then I put enough glue to add one more teardrop pearl. And there we go. Minus all the glue webs. And if you want, you can add a touch of fabric to this, you know, like a little piece of tulle or just a little piece of dainty lace, which I pulled out some dainty lace. And let's see. And you can get a lot of beautiful laces at creatingwithdetailsstore.com. The link will be in the description box down below. Well, my camera cut out. Well, ain't that fun? But again, all you have to do is go to my blog, which is angelahdesigns.com. The link will be in the description box. And download this file. Print it out on whatever you want to print it out on and create with it. I would love to see what you do with it. and everything, and share it with me. Tag me in it if it's on Facebook, or send me an email, or send me a private message or something of you using this particular free graphic that I made. And I just wanted to show you, you know, how ink is written, how out of the world you can get with these cards. I absolutely love making these types of cards and everything. I know they're probably chunky to mail, but if you put them in a padded envelope, you know, I think that would suffice or whatever. And see, you can just keep adding pearls and all kinds of fun stuff to it, you know, if you want it to, and everything. So, but again, if you have any questions about any of the products that I used, please let me know, and I'll be more than happy to answer them for you. In fact, you know what, I can put a touch of bling in here. I think I'm gonna do that. So I wonder if I can fit it. Ooh, I got an idea. Have a little bit sticking out, like right here. You know, just a touch. But again, I know this is a long tutorial, but for newbies that are starting out, or people that have not ever made cards before, or looking to make these types of cards and everything, it's, you know, you can speed it up or whatever. Oh yeah, it needed that. It needed some bling. Yeah. Okay. And see, just little pieces of stuff. You don't have to. You don't have to go cray cray. Just add a little piece here and there. There we go. Oh yeah, that added to it. Perfect. Perfect. Okay, I'm gonna quit doing stuff to it. I gotta stop sometime. So, stay for photos at the end, and if you haven't done so, like, share, and subscribe to my channel. Help me reach 100,000 subscribers this year. I am so happy. I'm almost at 40,000, and I know with hard work and sharing and just doing all kinds of things together, we can make this happen. And I want to thank everyone that is subscribing to my channel, and I hope you find something and learn something new every day. I'm always posting stuff, different stuff, life stuff, things I've learned, and then crafting. It's just a wide variety of things I'm adding to my channel just to make it different and a little bit for everyone. So again, stay for photos and give me a thumbs up if you like this, and I will see you in the next craft video. Bye bye.